Sometimes, the people who stay beside us when we have nothing are the ones we remember only when we need something. In a quiet farming town in Oklahoma, a hardworking farmer named Daniel Carter lived with an old brown and white dog named Rusty. Rusty was not a beautiful dog anymore. His fur had begun to turn gray around his face, one ear was slightly bent, and his legs were slower than they had been when he was young. But Rusty had been with Daniel through everything. He guarded the farm at night, followed him through the fields, and stayed beside him during the hardest winters. Daniel often said, "That old dog has never left me." But everything changed when Daniel's farm began to prosper. After years of hard work, his harvest finally became successful. His barn was repaired, his cattle increased, and people from the nearby town began noticing him. One of those people was Victor Hayes, a smooth-talking businessman who suddenly became very interested in Daniel. Victor visited the farm almost every week. He praised Daniel's success. "You're becoming one of the most respected farmers around here," he said. Daniel enjoyed hearing it. Soon, Victor began asking for favors. He borrowed money. He asked Daniel to help finance a small business. And whenever Daniel hesitated, Victor reminded him of their friendship. "We're like brothers now," he would say. Daniel believed him. Rusty did not. Whenever Victor arrived, Rusty would stand near the porch and quietly watch him. One afternoon, Victor noticed something strange. Daniel had discovered an old piece of land behind the farm that was believed to contain valuable underground water. A company had offered Daniel a large amount of money for the property. Victor immediately became interested. "You shouldn't sell it yet," he told Daniel. "Let me handle the negotiations." Daniel trusted him. But Victor had already made another plan. He secretly contacted the company and tried to buy the land himself for a much lower price. He wanted Daniel to believe the property was worth very little. For several days, Victor visited the farm and pressured Daniel to sell. Rusty watched every conversation. Rusty began following Victor whenever he walked around the farm. One evening, he even stood between Victor and Daniel's office door, refusing to move. Victor laughed and called him an old nuisance, but Rusty only stared at him. Daniel noticed, but he still did not understand what the dog was trying to warn him about. Then one evening, Daniel became suspicious. He found documents missing from his desk. He searched the house but could not find them. Victor insisted he knew nothing. Daniel almost believed him. But Rusty suddenly ran toward the barn. He stopped beside an old wooden box and began scratching at the floor. Daniel followed. Rusty scratched again. Confused, Daniel moved the box. Beneath it was a small envelope. Inside were copies of Victor's documents, including the offer he had secretly received from the company. Daniel stared at the papers. Victor had been lying to him. He had never been his friend. He had only been waiting for an opportunity to profit from Daniel's success. The next morning, Victor returned. He smiled as usual. "So, Daniel, have you decided to sell?" Daniel said nothing. Instead, he placed the documents on the table. Victor's smile disappeared. "Where did you get those?" Daniel looked toward Rusty, who was lying quietly beside the door. "He found them." Victor laughed nervously. "You're really going to trust a dog over me?" Daniel shook his head. "No. I'm trusting the one who stayed when I had nothing." Victor lowered his eyes. For years, Daniel had thought success revealed who his friends were. Now he understood something different. Success did not reveal them. Need revealed them. When Daniel had nothing, Rusty stayed beside him without asking for anything. Victor appeared only after Daniel had something worth taking. Victor left the farm that morning and never returned. Daniel eventually sold the land honestly and used the money to improve the farm. But he never forgot what Rusty had done. One evening, Daniel sat beside the old dog beneath the porch. Rusty rested his head on Daniel's knee. "You knew all along, didn't you, old friend?" Rusty slowly lifted his tired eyes. Daniel smiled. "You never cared about what I had." Rusty simply closed his eyes. And in that quiet moment, Daniel realized that loyalty is not measured by how loudly someone praises you when you succeed. It is measured by who remains beside you when there is nothing to gain. Some people come into our lives because they care. Others come because they see an opportunity. The difference may not be obvious when everything is going well. But when the opportunity disappears, the truth always remains. Because a true friend stays for you, not for what you have. If you were Daniel, would you still trust someone who only appeared after your success, or would you choose the one who stayed when you had nothing?